Hi everyone, William Weyser is here, and welcome to William Weyser's Childhood Fears. There come times when a certain thumbnail is uploaded, and you don't like that thumbnail, and you wish the people that work for this channel can change the thumbnail to a way that you like better, and I've done that with some of my videos on my channel, but of course you don't work for that channel, so there's nothing that they could do. And I've seen videos like that. For example, the Nostalgia Critic and the Angry Video Game Nerd reviewed the 2017 version of The Mummy, which bombed big time, and the main focus in that thumbnail is of the mummy, who literally has 4 eyes, and I don't like that thumbnail. And I've seen a lot of other bad thumbnails like that, but the one bad thumbnail that I'm talking about today belongs to another channel that I sometimes watch called Game Show Gumbo. Before the change, it was called Game Show Garbage, a channel where Robert Sottleman or Cindy Sottleman reviews bad game shows and inducts them. And the one past induction that I'm talking about today is not even a game show, but it has a game show in it. And that's the main focus on what I'm talking about today, from a video series entitled McGee and Me. For those who don't know what that is, McGee and Me is a video series produced by Focus on the Family, a Christian group, and it's a topic that I shouldn't talk about because I am the exact opposite of that thing. It's a show where a kid named Nicholas Martin, played by Joseph Dahman, and his animated friend McGee, voiced by Ken C. Johnson, go on adventures that supposedly result in them learning lessons. And one example of that comes from the second episode in this video series entitled A Star in the Breaking. And after I talk about this, your stars will be broken. Now, each and every episode in this series has this long but cool intro of this Rube Goldberg machine, and the background music kind of reminds me of the Split Enz version of 6 Months in a Leaky Boat. Now, you might be wondering, where does this Rube Goldberg machine lead up to? It results in just sharpening his pencil. Really, Nicholas? Really? I mean, I sharpen my pencils occasionally, but I don't do it in the way that you do it. So, after Nicholas draws McGee and colors him in, you know where this leads to. McGee coming to real life. And that's mostly the intro for McGee and Me. Now, for those who might be wondering, what is A Star in the Breaking about? Well, let me tell you. A Star in the Breaking is an episode where Nicholas gets chosen to compete on a game show thanks to a drawing that he made of McGee, and he lets fame get into his head. Now, the lesson that he is supposed to learn is humility. But as you would see when we get to the game show part, this episode takes a very dark turn at that. But I'll get to that turn later. The name of this game show is called Trash TV, which is a fake game show. And the host of this show is Bill Banter, played by Jimmy Alec. And yes, this was my introduction to him, and other than being a comedian, I know absolutely nothing about this guy. And the premise of Trash TV is 2 contestants trash each other in the best way possible. And I realized that the outfit of the contestants is basically the Double Dare outfits, except with the stickers being peeled off. And when we get to the actual game, Nicholas does win the first game, but every game after that results in him getting creamed every single time. to the point where you can't help but feel sad for Nick. And supposedly he's having to learn humility, but he's just feeling embarrassed and really sad. And this episode takes so dark of a turn in terms of having to learn this lesson that at one point, Nicholas makes this really creepy face. And I don't know what to make of it. It may be just humiliated or embarrassed or sad. To me, it's just creepy. Totally creepy. That's the only word I can sum it up. Nicholas, never make that face again. And a star in the breaking, your stars have been broken at first impression. And yeah, this was just dreadful. When it comes to video series, I'd rather watch Special Kids over this. It's a lot better, a lot nicer. It doesn't have any bad things at all. It was my very first video series, and it's fun to teach children about certain things. This just leaves you feel bad, mostly, when it comes to this episode. So, thank you very much for watching this episode of William Weyser's Childhood Fears. And the next episode that I'm doing is another top 13 list. The top 13 scariest things I've ever seen in my life. And no joke, Nicholas Martin's creepy face is on that list. Where does it rank? You'll find out when I do that list. And it's another thing that I'm going to be stressed out about. So, see you next time. Until then, don't get scared and never make a creepy face like that ever again.